Do you ever feel like you're living for everyone else? Your job, your family, your responsibilities, but losing a little piece of yourself in the process? What if I told you that the key to being a stronger man, a better father, or a more fulfilled human being is simpler than you think? Let's talk about the power of self-time and why it's not just important but necessary. The burden of modern masculinity. Men are taught to carry the weight of the world, to be providers, protectors, and problem solvers. But society rarely asks, how are you holding up? You're expected to endure quietly, to never let cracks show. This silent endurance comes at a cost: burnout, loss of identity, and disconnection from yourself. By midlife, many men feel trapped in routines that no longer serve them. Take stock of your daily life. What's one activity or responsibility that's draining you? Identify it and find a way to delegate or reduce it this week. What's the price of holding it all together without taking time to care for yourself? The myth of selfishness. Taking time for yourself isn't selfish, it's an investment. Many men avoid prioritizing self-time because they fear it looks indulgent or irresponsible. But here's the truth. When you're rested, centered, and connected to your inner self, you show up as a better version of you for everyone else. Think of a plane's safety instructions. Put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. Why? Because you can't save anyone if you're struggling to breathe. Schedule 30 minutes this week for something that brings you joy. A quiet walk, a favorite book, or even just sitting in silence. Make it non-negotiable. How would your relationships improve if you brought your best self to them? Rediscovering your passion. As children, we dream without limits. But as adults, responsibilities take over, and we push aside the things that once made us feel alive. Midlife is the perfect time to rekindle those forgotten passions. Passions aren't just hobbies, they're fuel for your soul. They remind you of who you are beyond your titles and roles. John, a 48-year-old father of 3, rediscovered his love for painting after 2 decades. It didn't just bring him joy, it gave him a renewed sense of purpose and patience, which transformed his family life. Write down 3 things you loved doing as a child or young adult. Choose one and commit to revisiting it within the next month. When was the last time you did something purely for the joy of it? The healing power of silence. Noise surrounds us: emails, phone calls, social media, endless to-do lists. But in silence, we find clarity. Silence isn't emptiness. It's space for your mind to breathe. It's where solutions to problems emerge, and where you reconnect with your deeper self. Famous leaders like Abraham Lincoln and Albert Einstein were known to spend time in quiet reflection. They credited these moments as the source of their greatest insights. Start a 5-minute daily practice of sitting in silence. No phones, no distractions, just sit and breathe. What answers might you discover if you allowed your mind the space to wander? Building a legacy of strength. Self-time isn't just for you. It's a legacy you leave for those around you. When your children see you valuing balance, when your colleagues see you setting healthy boundaries, you become an example of strength rooted in self-awareness. True strength is knowing when to rest, when to reflect, and when to say no. Communicate your needs to your family or team. Let them know that by taking time for yourself, you're ensuring you can be there for them fully. What kind of legacy do you want to leave, not just as a professional or a provider, but as a person? Your first step. Change doesn't happen overnight. It begins with a single step. Whether it's carving out 10 minutes a day, rediscovering an old hobby, or simply sitting in silence, the key is to start. Self-time isn't a luxury, it's your right. You deserve to feel whole, to feel alive, and to live a life that reflects who you truly are. Write down one small change you'll make this week to prioritize yourself. Share it in the comments or with someone who will hold you accountable. If not now, when will you finally take the time to care for yourself? Your time isn't just a gift to yourself, it's a gift to everyone who counts on you. Start small, but start today. If this message resonated, share it with someone who might need the same reminder. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more insights to help you thrive.